Empowerment is acting on our curiosity, sense of responsibility, and adventurousness. Empowered learners have grit and resilience. They persist in the face of challenges. We can build the attitude of empowerment by trying new things, taking risks, recognizing our own skills and abilities, and understanding that success and failure are part of life for everyone.
We go out on a story and we may learn something. It might be simply climate change and reporting, making images that go back and tell the story of climate change and convince the unconvinced that if we all behaved just a little different, if we all made behavioral modifications, that we might begin to set in motion change for the better. So yes, it is important to me to go out and be a storyteller and make these changes. And then sometimes that's a big picture. We're just trying to be an influencer. Sometimes it comes right down to a small nucleus of a story, like finding 2 dogs that were abandoned on an island and starving, and that's while we're on assignment, and we have the ability to change that situation by simply telling their story, that they're abandoned and they're in trouble, and then we get a lot of people involved who change the course of their destiny, get them off that island, get them fed and into a forever home. So it can be a really big picture story with long legs like climate change. It can be an endangered species where we go out and we tell people why we shouldn't harvest this fish or why we shouldn't hunt that animal because they're endangered. Or it could be right down to that, like I say, we just found 2 dogs in the Philippines that were in real trouble, and we were able to create change in their lives and save them. And right now they're living happily on a farm and growing fat and happy. So there's just this huge umbrella of change, and then a regional, and then really down to the local where you can literally that day make a change. And it makes us feel good that our pictures, our storytelling, and sometimes our direct behavior can make improvements in the world as a whole. So yes, we do like doing what we do because it can influence for the better.
As explorers, we take positive action, make goals, and figure out ways to reach those goals. We work through difficult situations with a growth mindset, remembering that failure or setbacks are all part of the journey. Sometimes, the hardest thing with empowerment is simply believing in yourself when there are negative voices that say, that idea is crazy, or that's too hard, or you can't, or it won't work. In those cases, acknowledge those fixed mindsets and believe in yourself anyway, even though that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. Harder even than maybe the task at hand is believing in yourself when somebody else doesn't.
The thing that you have to remember is that if you have a great idea, if you feel very strongly about something, you too can affect change and change people's minds and change the way things are done. And you can look into this world because it's your world. We're turning over the keys to the world that you have to drive forward. You can affect these changes. You can make things happen.
Coach that little voice within yourself that says, maybe it'll work, or maybe I can.
Don't ever doubt that you belong where you are. Don't ever doubt that you're allowed to be interested in something. Don't ever doubt it's legitimate. It's okay for you to want to try something, do something, ask something, be something. So anytime, if any voice in your head is trying to say, well, I can't ask that, or I can't. Yes, you can, and you should. You belong here, and the world needs your talents.
Connect to the topics, issues, and interests you have. Believe in yourself. Take action. You can make a positive impact on your life and in the world.